you need your oh, you want the stool? Hi guys, happy Friday. I was about to say something the fuck else. Happy Friday, guys. We're back with another episode of Bag Full of Thoughts, episode 36. We are back with another episode, and I just would like to say, what a hell of a week. Like, I didn't want to go to work. I did want to go to work. I didn't want to go to work. I didn't want to go to work. I don't know if I was in the mood or not. But I'm always in the mood for you guys. I'm here. We here. We got J-Ski. Say what's up to the people.
What's up, people?
How was your Friday? How was your week?
It's a good week.
Okay. Mari funny, bro. She just be in zoom. My week was really good, guys. It was okay. Like I said, I didn't know if I really just... I don't know. But I'm here. I made it. God got me through another week. He got me through another full day. I am blessed. I am here. I'm breathing. I'm on this earth. And I am grateful. So that's all I can really say for real. About this weekend today. Honestly. Hello? Hello? Damn, Keon, you is little, bruh. Oh my god. Look at him. That was for my graduation. Look at you.
That was when I was little.
He done grew too. Look at Keith. That nigga done got braids. He ain't have no hair then. Keon, look, bruh. You is little. What the fuck happened? Like, you just hit a major growth spurt.
Alright, what age do you think I'll be able to talk about dreads?
Can't ask me that. You gotta ask your mama that, boy.
Mari, well, first of all, let me show you this because I'm very behooved. On there? My game on? I could turn it on because I'm not using it.
Well, you gotta do all that stuff.
Look at him. This is my graduation year. Look at him. Bro, he tall as fuck. How was your week? How was your Friday? Jay already answered. We already answered.
My week was good.
Okay. What about your Friday?
It was good. Everything was good.
Well, guys, how was you guys Friday? Let's get into that. Chat, you're here. We back with another episode. Like I said, episode 36. We don't have too much going on in general topics this week. We got the USA versus Trump. That's all I can really put as the title for real. Because it's kind of just too much going on. And then we got the Indian plane crash. Well, it was an India flight. And it crashed. And there was no survivors on board. One person survived. And yeah, we're going to get into this stuff. So, how do you feel about Israel? I think it's Israel. Was it Israel that got bombed? Yes. You know we sent the motherfucking bomb over here, bro? nigga. Hey, girl, hey. Do you know we sent a bomb over there, young? They said World War III about to start. What is it? World War III? They said World War III is about to start because we sent that bomb over there. But we ain't sent shit. That was Trump, guys. But I'm not going to talk too much about it because I don't need no black truck sitting outside the house or following me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just, putting that information out there. If you know what's going on in the world as far as the Democrats, the Republicans, the president. It's just too much. It's just too much. So, do you guys have any input?
My only input is, at the end of the day, all of this craziness is going on in the world around you. Try not to pay attention to it. Yes, it's news, but at the end of the day, this world is so much deeper than what the eyes behold.
I'm trying to tell you said you Who is
just don't live in the world.
Jerk.
It's real spiritual out here. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So just try not to pay attention to what's going on in the world because it's all a distraction.
No, seriously,
from what you
guys.
really need to be doing. So
even like with this next topic,
because I don't know if y'all noticed, we cut the general topics down to 2 main general topics. But that's for a reason, though. Because I feel like a lot of the general topics just be adding on to negativity. So I'd rather let's pick our brains. Let's get deep. This is bag
oh baby,
full of thoughts.
I got the deep thoughts today. I skipped the would you rather because I know these deep thoughts are really gonna go there.
All right, let's get into the big. I'm ready to get to the
hold on, because we gotta run through the general now. We got 2 more things.
I'm saying let's get into the next general.
Okay. So yeah. Trump, get your shit together. That's all I'm gonna say because we're tired.
Move on past that man, please.
We tired.
Now we gonna have black trucks in suburbs following us. Next.
All right. So next, guys, we got an India plane crash. It was en route to. Huh? No. I just was running it down real quick to tell them what I was talking about. That's something new. But we got India plane crash. It crashed shortly during takeoff. It ascended. I forgot how much. I forgot how fast it ascended, guys. I'm not gonna lie. But it ascended really fast. And, there was no survivors on board but one. He jumped. They say he jumped from the plane. And then another thing was saying he jumped out before it crashed. I don't really know the truth. Only he does when he tells his story. Look out for it, guys. But yes, I give the condolences to all the passengers on board and their families. And their families. It was an unfortunate situation, of course, but yes, guys. Be careful on those planes. Touch it before you get on. Pray before you get on. Then we got the BET Awards.
Who all tuned into the BET Awards this year? I know y'all really gonna be watching the BET Awards like how we used to be watching the BET Awards. Who tuned in this year? Not gonna lie, I tuned in, but I tuned in for the BET behind the scenes with Kai
Cenat, he streamed the whole BET Awards from the time he got dressed to the time it ended. It was, I ain't gonna lie, growing up watching the BET Awards, I always wanted to know how it was behind the scenes because when the red carpet goes on, it's just so smooth. When the BET Awards go, I ain't gonna lie, I thought the BET Awards, like the show, was pre-recorded and then like they act like they went live. Like, you know what I'm saying? I told you that. But when I seen it then, no, everything is live. And it's kind of just like, it's so much like, it's so crazy.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
So crazy.
Seeing the behind the scenes of the BET Awards, I'm like, man, I might go one time just to do it, just to experience, but I don't know, man. It was too much drama, too much power struggles. We all black.
Do we want to talk about what was the drama? Or we not going to tap into that?
I'm just gonna get to that.
Oh.
But, damn. Yeah, anyway, it's black entertainment television. We should all be there to support one another, regardless of how big or small, because at the end of the day, we all made it to that same location. But, You can touch on it if you want to. I forgot what I was going there with that. That's my whole train of thought.
No, my bad. But no, we was watching behind the scenes. Like I said, it was Ty Lil, if you know who that is, Kai Cenat, if you know who that is, and Rakai, if you know who that is, Enzo Spencer, which is a female, if you know who that is. They all were streaming from the BET Awards. But Ty Lil's point of view was just a lot bit more different than the other stream. Well, I'm going to say Ty Lil and Rakai.
Long story short, because I'm pretty sure y'all probably don't know who we talking about. But long story short, Talil was a smaller person. Kai Cenat was a bigger screamer. Talil was denied access because he had his niece with him, and there was no kids allowed on the red carpet unless you was an icon. So if you was an icon, you could have your kids on the red carpet. But the whole thing was they didn't want kids on the red carpet because there was liquor on the red carpet. But soon as Kai Cenat pulled up, they got to walk the red carpet, got to live their dreams. So, hey, shout out to them. Shout out to Talil for keeping his composure and not acting an ass. And yeah, man.
Because everybody in the comments was like, oh, crash out, crash out. But you got to understand the type of scenery and the people he's around. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the first minute that boy would have crashed out, then everybody would have been saying, oh,
his career would have been over.
You know, like, it just, the world is different nowadays. So it's kind of just, it was just best for him to do what he did, if that makes sense. Like I said, if you know, you know, but if you don't, then go look it up if you're curious, you know. But, I mean, that's pretty much it. Like I said, well, Mari said, we would go one time. I would go one time, personally. And I would.
Yo. What's up?
Who is that?
Auntie.
Who?
Not auntie. Our auntie.
Auntie.
Oh.
Man. Can we get into the deep thoughts, please?
Yeah.
Cause you were on one.
No, I didn't know who that was. But yeah, y'all. So we ran through all the general topics. We got the USA versus Trump, and then we got the India plane crash, and then we got the BET Awards. So I had I was going to do Would You Rather's, but I felt like we should skip that and go straight to the deep thoughts because we are starting late. So the first deep thoughts will be, God wrote our story, but is it on us to control our path art?
We got skipped over. Oh, you didn't do any at all?
Just
Oh, I thought you said you was just skipping until you started. So if God wrote our story, is it on us to control? Like,
God wrote our story, but is it on us to control our path art?
of course it is. Because at the end of the day, even though he wrote the story, that just because he wrote your story don't mean you align with the story that he wrote for you. Pretty much. So you just gotta tap in with yourself, find your purpose, get on the right path if you ain't on the right path while you on earth. Yeah. Happy Father's Day! Jay, your daddy said you ain't shit, you ain't tell him Happy Father's Day.
Wait, that's his week?
Nah, he didn't say that. You said it's today?
No, like, this is week?
Yeah, it's this weekend, nigga.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
You
Lord.
didn't get your daddy nothing?
Oh, Lord. You forgot about
I ain't get my daddy shit either. It's okay. But that don't mean I ain't thinking. That
I
don't mean
didn't
I'm not
even
gonna
know- I
call
didn't even
him.
know
I'm still
Father's
gonna
Day.
call him.
I didn't even know.
Dang,
Father's Day
Joe.
is Sunday.
It's Sunday.
Is this Sunday?
You better go spend time with your daddy. You better take him to the movies or something.
I gotta work.
Damn, Jay.
How you know his daddy want to go sit up in the movies?
What's the, he don't even go to movies.
Them boys say, wake up, Jay. He ain't give me shit.
You better take your daddy to pagoda.
But I'm about to say, he ever bring
You know
you your
what?
pagoda?
You never
You know
took
what?
your daddy in his pagoda and his,
You know
what was it, Sprite?
I'll
Or
get,
Dr.
I'll
Pepper?
get him some socks. Get him some socks.
Man,
You
go
better
get
get him some socks and pagoda and a car.
He trying to
and
get you
money.
some orthopedic
That's
socks.
Some what?
Some
Get him a card with some money in it and get him some pagoda with his
Jay said you do
favorite
it too
sodas.
much. Jay
all he
said
got-
some what?
All he gotta do is give him $10.
Oh, he took the pagoda. He took the
Happy
pagoda.
Friday the 13th, y'all.
Oh, it's Friday the 13th, guys. And the next couple of months, the last months of the year spell out Jason. If you think I'm lying, go look.
Huh?
Go look.
Damn.
Wait, huh? The last what?
The last couple of months
How does
spell
it
out
spell out
Jason.
Jason?
I'm about to show you.
How is a D in
Bring
December?
up your calendar because my phone is dying.
How is a D in December?
Bring up your
What am
calendar.
I looking at?
It's Friday the 13th.
Oh.
Jay,
Alright,
Everybody be like Friday the 13th. Ooh, Friday the 13th.
I'm on the calendar.
Let me see.
Friday the 13th is a regular day,
How
just
can
like
I
the
say
2nd,
Jason?
11th, the 1st, the 2nd, the 15th.
Jason, niggas. JASON.
July, August, September, October, November.
Chat, if I'm lying, I'm lying.
December is
Here we go with the computer conspiracy theories.
Can y'all see that? And if you can't see it,
Let me
you
get
need
you
to go
right,
to your
bro.
calendar and look, please.
Hold on. Let me get you right.
Jay, please.
Hold on. Hold the phone close to the camera.
I think it's like
Hold the phone to the camera. Alright, go ahead.
JASON. Come on. July, August, September, October, November.
But don't it always spell out Jason? Hold up, time out. Another question I got for you. Hold on, let me get the focus back right. Don't it always spell out Jason though?
Your mom said, "Wow, right?"
Ma, don't-
I just blew your
Oh my
mind,
God.
right?
But it says that every year, guys.
I just blew your mind, right?
Flag on the play.
Don't pay Mario attention. I just blew your mind, right?
Flag on the play.
Junior phone all tore up. Goddamn.
There, you can see that from the back.
Shit.
Hey, that quality good. You can see all the cracks
No.
in Jason. That's good. That's dope.
That's dope. That's
Hey,
dope.
that means crispy. Or it's not perfect. Almost 4K.
All y'all had to say.
That's what we
I
didn't
didn't
say.
say auntie, but you auntie. No, auntie. That's why I said auntie.
But y'all got so many aunties.
No. We back live. But yeah, man.
When Aunt Dacky making some red rice though?
I don't know you want her number so you can call her and ask her. Shoot. Nah, it's
Oh,
fine.
this foolishness.
I'm just asking.
Alright, what's the next one? How important is spirituality?
No, hold on, cause you fucking that shit up.
How important is spirituality to your life now? That's
Yeah.
how you wrote it.
Spirituality.
How important is your spirituality? I can't get that shit out. Oh, y'all fuck me up. I'm like, please. How important is spirituality?
Spiritually.
Spirit. See, you ain't even saying you chat spiritually. You ain't even saying it right. Hey, well, she said, "Girl, I'm the real."
Oh, I'm sorry. I just didn't know. Like, they got so many aunties. When they just said auntie, I'm like, okay, y'all got so many aunties. I'm confused. Like, oh Jesus. Okay, I'm sorry. Hey, auntie. But yes, how important is spirituality to your life now?
It is very important. Just like I said, when we cut the general topic to that, because I feel like a lot of the stuff that be going on in this world is a distraction from what we need to be focusing on, which is ourselves, growing ourselves. Because at the end of the day, you know that golden rule, treat others how you want to be treated? I used to live by that, but then, you know what I forgot? I forgot that I got to treat me.
Hold on, what she say?
First.
She popping her shit. She said, I'm married to the only bear in the family. Your mama said, you better say that, beautiful. I know that's right. Well, I'm with them. I'm just not.
I
I'm
know,
not
but
in
you
the
had cut
chat.
me off.
I'm sorry.
I was going deep.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Reel it back in. Okay, let's go. Alright, you guys. So like I said, you guys should be No, but for real, all bullshit aside, like I said, the golden rule is treat others how you want to be treated, but at the end of the day, don't exclude yourself from that equation. Yourself should always go first. Treat you how you want to be treated, and then others will align, you will be, right on time.
Do you feel like it's alright? So say you are like deep spiritually, right?
Mhm.
But you come across some people or a person that ain't deep spiritually, but you try and talk to them, but they just not there yet.
One thing I learned while I was on, I have been on this journey, I'm gonna say while I was on this journey, is that at the end of the day, your people will come to you, so you should never have to go to nobody. You can, if you love somebody and you wanna throw it out there just to see, but at the end of the day, it's on them. You know what I'm saying? You can't force nobody. So that's why I say when you start aligning a certain way, the people that you used to being around, you're probably not going to be around those people anymore, and then you're going to come across people that actually align with the time that you're on or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
So,
You know, I can kind of see that because, like, the more I get, like, into it, the more people I lose. Like, it's not even lose. It's just more so, like, we don't align. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my mindset or just me, period. Like, we don't align because you over here on this type of time. But me, I'm over here on this type of time. Like, you get what I'm saying? So it's kind of just like...
And then you also got to remember where your attention goes, your energy flows.
Right. And it's like, me, I can't give my energy and attention to, like...
Auntie said, well, just don't give negativity a lot of energy. When you give it a lot of energy, it's taken away from you. It's draining mentally and physically.
No, seriously, it is.
And that's why I told you lately, I just been on some stuff, like, even if it's negative, like, I just try to block it out, act like it's not there, because just like she said, when you pay it attention, or when you give it, you know, that's basically, it's kind of like the same thing I said.
That's like
Whatever you give your
earlier,
attention, that's where your energy is going to flow at. So if you give your attention to negative, that's what's going to flow from you, and that's what's going to flow to you.
That's like at work earlier, y'all. I'm at work, right? And, you know, the day was going smooth. I was been happy all day. But then I'm thinking, oh, we going home. But then motherfuckers want to start turning shit back in. Like, you got what I'm saying? But it's not like turning shit back in. No, for real.
That's what I was like. Gotcha, man.
Thought you was going home.
You thought you was going home, bitch. But you ain't going home, bitch. You might go home on a little 30 minutes. But you ain't going home 10 hours or 5 hours. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or 3 hours like everybody else. So, like, when I'm in there, I'm like, fuck. I'm like, damn, why I'm still in here? Like, and I'm getting an attitude to the point to where, like, this shit just pisses me off. And then I get on this one job I'm doing. And that shit just blow me, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I was ready to go. But then someone was just like, no, that's what the negative... That's what the... Is it
the enemy?
Yeah, the enemy wants you to do whatever you want to call it. I ain't want to just, you know what I'm saying? But that's what the enemy wants me to do. It just wants me to leave. It wants me to give up. Not, you know what I'm saying? Because we got PPTO. If you know what PPTO is, you know what PPTO is. But break it all down real quick. PPTO is quick time. Put it in. Ain't got to describe to nobody what you doing when you leave. You know what I'm saying? You just put your time in and leave. I could have did that. I also could have did a point. You know what I'm saying? But it just, I got in my mind was just like, I can't let that get to me. I can't let that negative energy get to me because that's all it wants me to do. Just leave. Like, you know what I'm saying? And God probably just telling me, like, stay your ass here at work, bitch. Like, you're getting work. You have work. Stay at work. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's like one of those situations where when you don't got work, you're complaining. So then when you get to work, don't complain at all. And one thing that I learned too, God don't like nobody that complain. Just stop complaining. Just don't complain.
And that's what
just
I kind of felt like at the end of the day. I was like, don't complain. Like, you have the work. You was complaining when you didn't have the work. Now you got the work. You complaining about having the work. Shut the fuck up. Do the work. Like, that's what I told myself earlier.
Yeah, and it's just like you gotta lead with the spirit of gratitude. It's hard to do that all the fucking time, but the more you do it, the more repetitive you do it, it works out. And when you give in gratitude and being grateful and always in that mindset of just being grateful for the things that you have. Like,
she told my girl, God ain't cuss like that.
Hey, you see how I look at her in it?
I know, God forgive me. But y'all know what I'm saying. Like,
bless her heart, Lord.
He know my heart. He knows my heart.
You said, I gotta clip that. I gotta go back and clip that. He said, bitch. I know he said bitch.
But I ain't gonna lie, like, y'all, that's my way of getting out of my own way, in my own head, in that negative. That's my way of getting out of that negative energy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how I am. That's just me and God relationships. That's the only thing I can say.
I say that's that tough love of yourself, because sometimes I would say change. Well, I don't want to say change it because that
No,
could be
I
what it is.
I
but
know.
What I was
I'm
gonna
just-
say was
yeah.
that's like you battling your internal self. Like say you trying to grow and change bad habits, and then like you trying so hard, but then you still got this temptation to go do this. It's just like you fighting yourself. Like bitch, if you don't tighten up, you know you're not supposed to get back on track. Like you know you just you basically
and it's like I gotta
discipline,
not
self-disciplining yourself,
thank you.
self-disciplining yourself.
Cause I was about to say hype. Cause it'd
I
be
mean,
like
it
a
is
hype, like I be hyping myself up so I can get through the day, like you know what I'm saying? Cause I always be like, all right, God, like let's hurry up and get through this day so I can get to what I love, and what I love is creating content, talking to you guys, like you know what I'm saying, like and just business, like our own business, like. And I'm very grateful for the job that I have, but sometimes you just get tired, like you know what I'm saying, like I don't know. So it's kind of just like I have to hype myself up, and I have to talk to God, and I just have to get myself through the day. Because if I don't, who is? Like,
Yeah,
know
you
what I'm
got
saying?
you got to be your biggest supporter at the end of the day. Because if not you, then who?
Thank you.
But sometimes shit gotta happen. Oh, she said, look, wait, Ma said he will not bless you if you complaining. Look, I just look at people and say that's real cute, but sometimes shit gotta happen. Sometimes it gotta do that.
And that's why I try not to complain. Like, you know, I just, like, when I catch myself complaining and just being irritated at the fact that I have to do what I have to do to get where I need to be.
Man,
You know what I'm
hands ready to
saying?
eat for everybody.
I just,
I like
just,
that. I'm still like, I'm about to put that on the bar.
like I be pissed for a minute because I'm doing what I don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? But then I get
But see, you gotta
to a
retrain
point-
your mind.
No, I do. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm to that point to where if I get like that, I be like that. But then I be like, oh no, bitch, you need to get yourself together. You know what I'm saying? Like you grown, like grow.
But no, what I'm saying on a deeper aspect, instead of getting frustrated with the job, if you got a business and you working a 9 to 5 right now, and you like hate going to that 9 to 5, but you know you gotta stay there until it's time for you to know go all in with your business. Look at your 9 to 5 as an investment, so that way when you wake up and you go to work in the morning, it's like, man, fuck, I don't want to be here. No, I'm gonna be here so I can pay for this, so I can get the fuck out of here, and then you know what I'm saying, it uplifts your spirit a little bit more. Then like, man, I gotta be here, but I really want to be somewhere else. Yeah, that's gonna be in your mind, but for me, the way I just retrain my mind when it comes to working a 9 to 5 is, hey, this is temporary to get me. This is a stepping stone to get me to where I need to be at. So, hey, what we got to do today? Cause I got shit to do when I get off. And this weekend I got 3 days off. I got stuff to go do. So it's just like, are you crying?
That investor just be asking me to do too much, bruh.
Oh. I'm like, what is you talking about? I must have that investor be asking her to do too much.
He do like yo. I'm not gonna get too much into it.
Alright, what's the next one, man? Y'all better get out the job. You the investor be asking you to do too much. That's called getting it out the mud. Yes, seriously. You know
But no,
that.
for real, I do treat my job as an investor. It's just, you know, you get those frustrating moments. You get those moments where you don't want to do it. But at the end of the day, you have to do it to get to where you want to be. And that's the mindset that I'm in. You know what I'm saying? I have a clear vision at the end of the day. Like I said, I got to get myself through the day. And that's just what I have to do. Because if I don't do it, who else is going to? It starts with you.
So the next one, have humans figured out, CC should have been in here for this one. Have humans figured out how to keep processing towards something better? Progressing, my bad. Progressing towards something better. Have humans, some humans, not all. Some people are stuck and trapped, but some people have. Some people, you know. Oh, the mic static.
Hello.
Hello?
What about now? How the audio sound? Let me get a 1 in the chat if the audio sounding straight. And
Let me
we
get
got
it
no static.
to you in the chat if it's still staticky.
I wonder if it's good too. If
Let me
it's
hear you
still
say
static.
Say Somebody
1 in the chat if it's clear. 2 in the chat if it's static.
That ain't nothing but the enemy, you know. You getting that good conversation, talking deep, you know what I'm saying?
You know, he
got
like to play with the motherfucking internet.
And want the message
he
to
want
get
y'all to
through.
hear.
The best way to get on your feet is to get up off your ass. I'm not talking about the mule that Jesus rode.
One. All right.
All right, we good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I need a, man, I gotta get a little soundboard. So. For real. We need the soundboard jumping the next podcast.
I feel like humans, it's like three like categories of humans. It's like one category is this, I'm going from like low to high. So one category is just not trying to do better. The second category is trying to do better, but they have those.
The first one is gonna be lost.
Lost?
Yeah, that's
okay.
what we got. The first one's gonna be lost.
The second one is you have certain humans out here that want to do better and is trying, but they also have that old side of them or their old ways that's stopping them, or it may be their past that's stopping them from doing better, and they just
haven't took the time to heal and really dig deep with themselves.
Yeah. So that's second, and then third is we are figuring it out. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, we trying to do better. Like, and we know what it takes to do better. And we're trying to put it in action. You get what I'm saying? And we may have those ups and downs, but we don't let nothing stop us from getting there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you want it bad enough. So I feel like it's 3 categories to that for real. And I've been thinking about that since I wrote that down earlier. But I don't know. I just feel like everybody should want to progress to do better. Honestly. Because the world ain't going to get no better.
I knew that. Well, I know my answer to this question. What do y'all think is the number one thing or the main thing that stops people from wanting to get off their ass? Like what's really holding people back? Like, because all you got to do is just stand up, just go. But what do you think is really stopping people from...
Procrastination.
But it gotta be deeper than just procrastination.
I was about to get into that. It's more than just procrastination, of course. It's procrastination. It's their mind. Like, it could be the way they think. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it could be the people around them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because if you surround yourself, if you sit at the table with people that's more like-minded or like-minded like you, the way that you're trying to think, you're going to get there. But if you keep sitting at a table with people that's... What the fuck do you even call it?
I don't know. Me, I like to call them low vibrational and high vibrational. If you sit in a room with low vibrational people, then you probably gonna vibrate low. And when I mean by low vibrational, just negativity, negative stuff, drama, gossip, stuff like that. And then when you on high vibration, it's more of like a positive, more uplifting, helping, more loving, more, you know, that's all it is. That's why I say.
Yeah.
My mom said fear. She said fear. Fear is the one thing that...
Fear.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Fear.
Yeah. And that kind of goes in a category with...
What?
What
you thinking?
I had 2 things, but that shit... It was fear, and then I was going to say... it might go over your head. Love.
Love?
Yeah. I can see that. Because sometimes people...
On a deeper level. I got you.
Yeah. Because sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, like, people could be holding themselves back simply because, like, their love for somebody is just so strong. Or they may be thinking what that person may think if they did. If that makes sense.
But see, that's when you gotta tap in with yourself and really be like, fuck everybody else. Cause
that's why it starts with self.
Yeah, I'm about to say, everything really starts with you, because once you really make that determination and for yourself, like, it's fuck everybody, me against the world, then you wouldn't really have that fear of, oh, what this person might think, what this person you gonna say. Because I used to be like that, especially when I started, like, you know, making music and stuff like that early on. It was like, you know, I was hesitant to do certain stuff, say certain stuff, and then I was just like, man, fuck them people. Like, you gotta do what you gotta do. Like, this your story. Like, you can't let nobody rewrite your story.
No, for real. That's why that first question was the way that it was, or I read it the way that it did. I did because it says, God wrote our story, but is it on us to control our path? And that kind of goes with, have humans figured out how to keep progressing towards something better? You got what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's on, like, what the fuck did you tell me the other day?
What?
You was like, God put us here on earth. You was telling me something, bro. Like,
you can't sit at the table and eat with everybody. It's like going to a cookout. You know, dang, oh well, you gonna ask who cooked this, who cooked that.
I
and
am.
You just not gonna eat from everybody.
Nah, big facts, and that's one thing that I had to learn. Stop forcing myself at tables that I don't belong, and make your own table. Get your own table, shit. And your people will come sit with you and eat with you.
Who made the red rice?
You gotta force yourself at no table at all.
Yeah, Jay.
Jay said, who made that mac and cheese, boy?
Yeah, no, for real.
Who made the mac?
I ain't gonna lie, Auntie. You gonna have to taste my mac and cheese. Mama, you better tell her. Look, I'm tooting my horn.